Hi, what's up, Partial Property friends? I'm really excited to do this video as today I will be introducing another member of the Partial Property team. I managed to pull him out of his semi-retirement plans. Yes, you heard me right. He semi-retired at the age of 32 together with his wife. When speaking to him about the Partial Property system and what all of this is about and what this channel wishes to achieve, it was actually more like a reminder or refresher because he and his wife were part of this system. I worked with them to create a blueprint for their family then. Therefore, he understood the objectives and the values of this channel, and most importantly, he is also an investor and practitioner who has transformed his family's real estate portfolio from 450k to 2.2 million in 5 years. And also not forgetting to mention, he is my blood brother, alright? Therefore, he will too be bringing exciting contents into this channel, so expect to see him more often. And if you haven't done it yet,
hi everyone, remember to like the video, subscribe to my daddy's channel. Bye.
thank you girls. Alright, let's hear from him.
Hi all, Damian here. Alright, a little about myself so y'all can know me better. I come from an average family of 6 with 3 other siblings. I am the third amongst the 4 of us. Both our parents had to work to bring us up. Back then, our parents were able to upgrade from a 4-room to a mansionette at Bedok Reservoir. And soon after it went en bloc, we moved to a 4-bedder condominium. It was all well until my father was given a golden handshake after over 30 years in the company. He had to relearn everything from scratch in his new job. It was not easy to adapt to a new working environment, but all of us were still schooling at different levels. And they just had a new mortgage. He had no choice, he did not give up, and I think it was from witnessing this event growing up I became a saver. I started out like any other family would have after getting married, and that was to get a BTO. Back then, my wife and I were deciding on a few options: EC, 4-room or 3-room BTO. But as both of us just started working, we did not want to stretch our finances. Back then, I was in the Air Force, a regular in Paya Lebar Air Base. And you guessed it right. As a regular, I'm a risk-averse person. And me being me, after all the calculations, both my wife and I decided on a 3-room BTO eventually. We were lucky then because Darren was already in the real estate business. He managed to handpick which was the better unit if we did decide to put up in the market in future. It would be easily sold at a better price compared to the other units in the project. I decided to also come into this industry, and after getting my property license, I was able to speak to a lot of clients. And I became curious with some of their situations. Why are some of them able to gain profit from their property and some could not? When my father was retrenched, one option for him was that he was able to downgrade from their property and have substantial cash after. However, I asked myself, what if they did not have that option at all? What if they had not upgraded after the en bloc of their mansionette and had instead gone for HDB? On the contrary, what could have happened if they had bought a landed property? After understanding my parents' and clients' experiences and choices they made on their property, I changed my view on real estate. Many of us believe that the property we buy will be our first and last home, and we'll work really hard to the next many years to pay it off. But are you also aware that you could be losing the money in that very property? Presently, the house that we buy is no longer just a home, but has instead transformed into an investment vehicle that can be used to increase our wealth. Many only think to satisfy their current situation rather than planning 10 or even 20 years down the road. Hence, after speaking to Darren, I learned that the peak for BTO profit is when it reaches its MOP. Therefore, my wife and I sold our 3-room BTO once it reached its MOP. Both of us decided to do an upgrade after. Of course, again, being a risk-averse person, I had many safety nets. What Darren calls it, crisis fund. Now, as a couple, we both own 2 private properties without any use of CPF. and I'm now looking to sell one of them at the end of this year as it's gone up for about 200K. Being in this real estate industry for the past 6 years, this journey for me personally has led me to many bad encounters where I was being made use of, played out by customers, even friends. And all because, yes, you are thinking of it, money. And during those years, I had to solo all of it because we were trying to make a living. 2 years back, because of the blueprint that Darren created for us, both my wife and I were able to semi-retire. And by semi-retire, it means that we did things that we love, without placing income as a consideration. But Darren, being not just my brother, but also my manager, has been encouraging me to return to the real estate business. And he told me that he had worked on a better way to assist families to also have the same option like I did. And basically what you all have always heard him saying, transforming lives, improving destinations. Well, of course, I did not believe him. But over the past year, I've been hearing and listening to his stories of his encounters with the families that he is working with, listening to this channel, and at times even jumping into the Zoom sessions. I was drawn to the methods, the values, the direction of the fast-track property system. Therefore, as a person who had gone through his fast-track property system, we were using the rent where you stay, buy where you invest. I can tell you that it works. As you can see from both of us, we are from an average family and started off as almost like any other couples in Singapore. But our next move was what differs us from the others. Therefore, I'm excited to be part of the team, and I thank you all for listening. I shall leave you with a food for thought. 30 years ago, 2 working adults, my parents, were able to bring up 4 children and still retire without worries. What of our era now, if we do not start to think and do things differently?
Thank you, Damian. This video, guys, is a summary of his journey. We will be conducting a live session with him about his journey with more details in the FB community. This will be a good opportunity for you to ask him any personal or financial questions, the challenges they face, the fears they had, and so on. So if you have not joined the Fast Track Property community yet, click on the link in the comment section and I will catch you there. Thank you for watching. My name is Darren Ng. Speak to all of you soon.